Hey, yo, what is gaming players? It's your boy Disney Sharpman back out here on this Madden NFL 21 franchise mode, and we are back with another week 2 matchup from the 1 o'clock schedule, and we have another 0-1 matchup versus 1-0 matchup, and we're going to be at Heinz Field for this one, as the Denver Broncos, who lost in the opener at home against the Tennessee Titans, they have a chance to bounce back as they take on the Pittsburgh Steelers, who won in the opener against the Giants on the road. Now, if you did not see the last episode, please go check that out. Now, I believe that the Buccaneers wouldn't have lost that game. We're not going to blame that loss on Tom Brady, y'all. We're not. We're just not. We're going to blame that game on the wide receivers, because except Russell Grant, because he had 2 touchdowns in that one. The rest of the receivers, they were not looking at the ball. Like, they didn't know where the ball was. Like, one time, Mike Evans did one separation move. Brady threw him the ball. He did not see the ball at all, and the Panthers picked it off. That was one of them. The next one, I believe the Panthers were in the lead. Brady, he saw somebody open. He threw it. The receiver moved again, and he did not see where the ball was, and the ball got picked off again. And I don't understand how receivers do not look at the ball. Like, if they're open, stay where you are. Don't move when the ball is thrown, because that's how the Panthers got 4 interceptions in that game, and the Buccaneers, they ended up losing that game, and it was disappointing. It was so disappointing to see. So now the Buccaneers are 0-2. Brady's 0-2 for the first time in his career, and I don't know what they're going to do now, because now the Buccaneers have got to be focused on week 3 where they take on the Broncos. But now they got to see where the Broncos are going to be heading, because will they be 1-1 or will they be 0-2? We're about to find out right now. And now some of these teams have a lot of disappointing losses, like the 49ers, the Jaguars, and now the Buccaneers. Tough loss. Same thing for the Browns. Tough loss. They all had tough losses to start week 2.
Today, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos.
Right at the convergence of the 3 rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Denver Broncos.
And those were the stats for James Conner against the Giants. 50 carries for 2 touchdowns.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment. And sometimes it actually...
So the Steelers, they're going to kick it off to the Broncos to start the ball game, and we are underway from Heinz Field. And Melvin Gordon, he's not going to return this one, so this one will be a touchback.
So we will start here at the 25.
Here comes Drew Lock and the Broncos offense. And those are the stats for him against the Tennessee Titans. 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, but his team just couldn't get it done.
Those interceptions and get back on the positive side of the ledger, throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss.
So 1st and 10 for Denver. They're going to give it to Phillip Lindsay, who gets stuffed in the backfield. That Pittsburgh defense, they are ready to go. Khalil James with a huge tackle there for a loss of 3 yards.
Strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Lock. And that one falls incomplete. No one was open, so now 3rd and 13.
Draft class for this offense. Remember, no first-round picks this year. They traded it away. How much of a detriment is that?
Well, what they're hoping is the reason they traded away that first-round pick, that player won't be a detriment. He'll be an improvement for their team.
Lock. No one's open again, and he's gonna throw this one away.
That's when your scouting comes
And now it's 4th down.
And that one drops incomplete.
This was the same issue for the Broncos against the Titans. They just couldn't do anything. Run game kept getting stopped on 1st down, and they just didn't have no response. So now Pittsburgh gets the football. They started at the 34-yard line. Now here comes Big Ben, and as I remind you before, he needs to do something. As you can see from these stats, he threw 7 interceptions. Yes, 7 interceptions, and his team won against the Giants, which I still have no clue how that even happened. I still have no clue how that even happened. But he's looking to do something now. Here's James Conner, and he goes backwards. Tackle made by Von Miller. Roethlisberger. And that one's caught. Juju Smith-Schuster. He gets 9 yards back. Now 3rd and 2. Here's Connor. And he's got the 1st down to midfield at the 50. Roethlisberger. And that one is incomplete. He was looking for Smith-Schuster again, but 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Ben leaves to cover.
Here's Connor. And he gets tackled in the backfield.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
So 3rd and 11 for Pittsburgh.
On 3rd down,
Roethlisberger. And that one's incomplete. So now it's 4th down for Pittsburgh. So Denver gets a stop on defense. And this one's going to be stopped at the 19-yard line.
So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that 1st drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the 1st drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys are a little bit jumpy. You understand the same.
Here's Melvin Gordon. He gets leveled, but he gets 8 yards on the carry there.
You didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that 1st drive. I'll try to do better here.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 27-yard line.
From the 20.
Lock. And he is brought down.
The Steelers take him down.
Vince Williams. He picks up the sack.
He gets him down. It's a loss of 4. So now 6 DBs. Here's
Lock. And he is sacked again. Stephon Tuitt. He gets the sack that time.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Here's Sam Martin now.
So Martin set the punt it away. And here's the return on the punt. And he gets this one to the 48, past midfield.
Very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. You guys win.
So now 1st and 10 for Pittsburgh.
You win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first down. And that's
Connor.
what you need in order to not punt the ball again.
And Connor gets this one up to the 44-yard line.
Just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs. And that's
Connor again.
scary.
And this time he gets tackled in the backfield.
Yardage on the play back in the 46. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Big Ben. And that one's caught the Juju Smith-Schuster for first down.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And that brings the first quarter to a close.
No score after one on EA Sports.
With no score.
On 1st and 10 is
Here's Connor.
And he's got this down almost to the
And he gets it to the 21-yard line. First down Steelers.
Another first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of
Big
attack.
Ben, and that one's incomplete.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. From the gun again.
And Connor again.
And able to break one tackle.
And he'll break one tackle, but now he gets tackled at the 18.
3rd and 7 ahead. Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Big Ben, look out! He's sacked! Von Miller picks up the sack.
In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, Charles, what a slacker. 5 sacks last week, took him all the way to the 2nd quarter to get one, and here in this one.
And just think about all the planning that went into this game to try and keep him.
So Boswell for a 42-yard field goal.
Hey, we've got this.
And he's got it.
You got to come up with another plan.
And the Steelers lead 3-0.
To keep him out of the backfield.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game.
So Boswell said to kick it away.
If you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to
It was Melvin Gordon on the return. And look at Melvin Gordon go! Nice return by Melvin Gordon. He gets it to the 41-yard line.
in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made, is the area of hidden yardage. How about that return?
So Denver, they will take over in great field position.
Start the series.
Now Gordon on
And
first
here's Gordon.
able to push forward for
And he'll take this one up to the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
on second
Here's
down.
Philip Lindsay.
It's Lindsay, and he'll get this pretty close.
And he'll get this one to the 27-yard line.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I know people see Philip Lindsay's role in Denver is changing a bit with the arrival of Melvin Gordon, but I think Gordon's going to be more of an enhancement for Lindsay. Maybe he won't carry it as often, but now he'll be much more effective.
Throws, and that one is complete to DJ Sharp.
Get to the perimeter and catch the ball in the backfield and move the sticks.
Now he had a great game against Tennessee. He had 2 touchdowns in the loss against Tennessee. Lock. He throws. Caught to Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Denver.
Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason.
So here's Johnson for the extra point, and he's got it. And with that, Denver leads 7-3. Denver knows that they just witnessed that the Buccaneers are 0-2 on the season. Now they play Tampa Bay in week 3 now. They're trying to avoid that 0-2 start before heading back home. So 7-3 is the lead as the kickoff is away. And this one is not going to be returned. This one will be a touchback.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board.
1st and 10. Here's Connor.
They don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2 minutes to play.
So 2 minutes left to go here in Pittsburgh.
Our score.
Denver trying to keep the lead before halftime.
A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. From the 31.
Big Ben. And that one is incomplete. Wow. Juju Smith-Schuster had it. He had that one.
3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's
Roethlisberger throws. And he missed Juju Smith-Schuster. How did he miss that? Oh my gosh. They would have had a touchdown right there, but now it's 4th down.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
So Berry set the punting away for Pittsburgh. And Charles Solomon is going to return it. And he is stopped at the 20-yard line.
And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Out there to start their next drive, Philip Lindsay and the Broncos. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, 2nd quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect it. He's got to touch it and off it in order to get maximum out of it. Typically, these types of backs.
Lock. And that one's caught to Melvin Gordon on the screen. And he gets 12 yards on that one. 1st down, Broncos.
It's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. 1st down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Lock.
And that one's caught. Jerry Jeudy.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Lock. And that one's caught to Sutton. And he gets this one just shy of midfield at the 49.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And the Broncos 1st down.
Lock now on 1st down.
Lock again. And that one's intercepted.
Picked off by
Justin Lane with the pick. He just snatched that pass. See, you saw what you just saw, guys. He did not look. That is the same issue the Buccaneers has. The wide receivers are not looking. Like, as soon as Locke threw it, the receiver just don't know where the ball is. Unbelievable. Here's Connor on the carry. And he'll take this one up to the 36-yard line. So I believe the Steelers are going to go for the field goal. And it looks like that's what they're doing. They're going to waste it to the last time. So Chris Boswell will go for a 53-yard field goal. And the kick is... And the crossbar said no. It's no good.
So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2.
Alright, up next, we will head to Philadelphia as Chris Smoove and the Rams take on Carson Wentz and the Eagles. Then we head to Dallas. The Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons will duke it out to see who goes to 1-1.
Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Gott and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
All right, we're back in Pittsburgh. Time to start the third quarter as the Steelers set to get the ball.
Trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And here's the return. And he'll take this one up to the 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game. Yet they still
Here's Connor. And James Conner, he gets huge yardage. He gets 11 and a first down.
They're looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Over 34 now. Here's first and 10. Play fake to Conner. Now Roethlisberger.
Roethlisberger throws wide open. Eric Ebron, the tight end. And he takes it all the way to the 6-yard line. The Denver Broncos was trying to switch. But Big Ben said, no way, Jose. We're not allowing that to happen. We're not going to let y'all just switch and then we're going to wait till y'all finish switching. No, sir. 60 yards on that catch there. First and goal. Connor, he gets in for the touchdown.
James Conner, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball.
Oh man, the Denver fans should not be happy about that one. Because they allowed a 60-yard catch by Ebron. And now the Steelers get a touchdown after that. Chris Boswell to kick it away. And Melvin Gordon, he's going to take a knee in the end zone for a touchback.
We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all the game with that one, all right? That's all on him. But he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out.
Here's Phillip Lindsay.
Very important. A nice start to the
And he gets this one up to the 37 for a first down.
Every year we spend a lot of time and money evaluating the top prospects for the NFL draft. How about when we all get fortunate and see a guy like Phillip Lindsay, an undrafted free agent who had 1,000 yards rushing his first 2 years in the
And here's Jerry Jeudy on the jet sweep, and that one goes backwards. Pittsburgh was all on that one. They was ready for it. Lock. And that one's caught. Cortland Sutton with the catch. They got 10 yards back on that one, 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down,
Lock. No one's open. And he's going to throw this one out of bounds. So now 4th down for Denver. So Denver, they're going to punt it away. And this one's going to hit in the back of the end zone. So this one will be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They were winners last week, defeating the New York Giants. They lead this one as well right now as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action.
Big Ben. And he is sacked. Von Miller bringing the pressure.
The one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He is racking the sacks up. Charles, 5 last week, now 2 here.
I don't care what they've done in scheme, it's not working. I mean, you can do it all day long, all night long. They did it all week.
Big Ben, nowhere to throw again. And he's sacked again. Von Miller for the 3rd time in this game.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's got
Big Ben. And that one's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Justin Simmons picks it off.
20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turn the block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Here's Lindsay. And that Steelers defense is all in that run game.
Back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the blood.
He was AFC
Lock.
Player of the Week last week.
And that one's incomplete.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Lock throws in the end zone. And that one's incomplete.
End zone says the field judge, it's ruled incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in.
So the Broncos, they're going to go for the field goal. So they're going to be looking to tie the ball game. And Charles Johnson puts it in. And we are tied at 10.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3.
So Charles Johnson set to kick it off. As we are tied up at 10 now.
Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun.
So here's the return. And he takes this one up to the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Denver defense, they get ready to do battle again here. Their offense failed to put up any points. Now they'll be looking for the stop.
Here's Connor.
Because in a tie game,
And he takes this one to the 29.
points on the board. But guess what? We're not going to allow them to score it all either. They'll keep volleying back and forth until someone gets an advantage.
Yeah, right now, no advantage. Tie game.
Roethlisberger, and he got hit as he tried to release it. Incomplete.
Intended target.
Thus the pass game continues to struggle for Big Ben. So this will be the final play of this quarter.
From the gun on third down, it's
Roethlisberger, deep shot, and that's incomplete.
They try to sneak in a deep
The
ball.
pass game continues to struggle.
Time will expire on this third quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter.
So now the start of the fourth quarter with the tie game. And Charles Stoneman, he's going to return it. And he'll bring this one up to the 27-yard line.
The offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos about set to go on offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity.
Lock.
In the fourth quarter.
And that one's incomplete.
But they'll say it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. And that'll bring up.
He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there.
It looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. That took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Clock will try again on second down.
Lock. No one's open, and that's going to be incomplete.
And that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up third and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this
Lock.
down?
He throws. And that one is intercepted by Khalil James. And he returns it for the touchdown.
It's a pick six. Steeler touchdown. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you could possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen
It was bouncing on the top of the head of Khalil James, and then he finally realized it, and then he picked it off.
get it and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Boswell for the extra point.
So here's Boswell for the extra point, and he's got it. And the Steelers go up by a touchdown.
Heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone with a touchdown.
So Boswell set to kick it away after the pick six.
And now the kick is away.
Here's Gordon on the return. And he'll take this one up to the 25-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth.
Lock throws. And that one got batted down.
Incomplete. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Throwing again.
Lock throws again. And that one's incomplete.
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come.
And the blitz comes. Here's Lock.
Outright.
Lock. No one's open. And that one's incomplete.
Incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So Martin, he's going to punt it away.
It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
And this one's going to hit in the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy. About the game.
Yeah, about the 40.
Here's Conner.
350 or so, right?
And
Sometimes
he only gets 1 yard on that one.
first few carries, you don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down.
Pittsburgh's trying to waste the clock out so they can walk out victorious.
Eluding the pressure.
Roethlisberger, and that one's intercepted.
It's intercepted. Picked off at the 30.
Oh my goodness.
Add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions wins in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes.
Yo, you guys, I don't know what Pittsburgh's gonna do with the quarterbacks, because this has been a struggle for Big Ben for these first 2 weeks. Oh, look at this! It's an interception on the first play, picked up by R.J. Smart, and R.J. Smart's gonna return it. As soon as I say Big Ben throws an interception, and there's Lott throwing one.
A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble.
Oh my gosh.
Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to. Because you want
And Boswell's extra point is good, and now the lead is up to 14. So that's 2 pick sixes for that Steeler defense.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here's Melvin going on a return. And he takes this one to the 25-yard line. So with that, Denver's now down 24-10.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Locke trying again after the pick six.
Lott, deep shot again. And it's intercepted again.
Picked off by Justin Lane.
Justin Lane. That's his second interception in the game.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season.
And here's Connor.
Some of these mistakes, though, because now
And he gets it to the 44-yard line.
coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
At the 44-yard line.
And Connor, he gets stuffed in the backfield.
Take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's third down. Out of the gun. It's
Here's Roethlisberger. And he fumbles the football. But the Steelers were able to recover it, though. But it still will bring up a 4th down.
We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself.
So the Steelers, they're going to punt it away back to the Broncos.
Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Lott, deep shot. Sutton. Sutton's got it. And Sutton is in for the touchdown.
To the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting.
Denver's not done yet.
I know you are too.
As you can see right there, Drew Lock says he's not done yet. Even though this is his 2nd season, he's throwing interceptions, but he's not done yet. Now the lead is up to a touchdown.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
So this one is not going to be returned, so this one will be a touchback.
Through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't.
Here's Connor.
They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
And Connor, he gets to the 33-yard line with a gain of 8. And there goes Denver calling one of their timeouts.
Also up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Again, it's
And here's Connor again. And Connor gets the 1st down.
around the 37. Connor. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st
Conner again. And James Conner's going to get the first down.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run on
Conner again.
Conner.
And he gets this one to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly...
And here's Conner. And James Conner gets the first down.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. 32-yard line.
So it looks like with that, that's going to wrap it up. Because Denver, all they needed was a stop. They just couldn't do it. So the Steelers, they're gonna be in victory formation as they're gonna get set to go to 2-0 to start the new campaign. And unfortunately for Denver, they're gonna fall here in a tough place to play, and they're gonna drop to 0-2 on the season. And just like Tampa Bay did, both Denver and Tampa Bay, one of those teams will go to 1-2 in week 3 when we get there. And that is going to wrap things up. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they're going to walk out of their home stadium with the victory, winning 24-17 against the Broncos. They will start 2-0 on the new season. And Denver, unfortunately for them, they'll take this loss right here, and they will drop to 0-2. Pittsburgh 2-0 to start the new campaign.
So this was in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Steelers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Now, you guys, my question is this. What are the Pittsburgh Steelers going to do with the quarterback? Because Big Ben has now 9 interceptions on the season, and I believe that this is the right time to switch for a different quarterback. Because if you got a quarterback throwing 9 interceptions on the season, you got to do something about that. But anyways, the Pittsburgh Steelers are 2-0, and when we get to week 3, we will let you guys know what the Pittsburgh Steelers have done with the quarterbacks. Either they keep Big Ben or they switch to a different quarterback. But the Steelers go to 2-0, and week 3 they will have another home date with the Houston Texans, while the Broncos, as you know, they fall to 0-2, and they will have a chance to bounce back as they face Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Broncos will be at home as well. So we are about to get set to kick off another 1-0 versus 1-0 matchup. We've got the Los Angeles Rams. You remember where they took on the Cowboys. The game was tied at halftime, 13-13, and then the Rams started dominating the second half, and they got the victory. So now, their week 2 matchup, they will head to Philly to face the Philadelphia Eagles in a huge battle in that one. If you're ready for that one, hit that like button. Make it splash on that like button.